tonight, I will take you back on an epic journey to June 1962. I was a teaching student and I was finishing up work experience in an exclusive Irish school in Dublin. As it was my last day, maths teacher Bunty O'Hare and geography teacher John Bosco Moore insisted on taking me on a pub crawl, and despite my protestations, I still went along. You see, my social drinking at the time consisted of no more than non-alcoholic lemon barley. So off we went, and 5 pubs later, I had reached my limit of lemon barley, whereas Bunty and John Bosco were only warming up with their consumption of gin and beer. And as spare wheel syndrome kicked in, I excused myself from their presence, but they insisted on one for the road in O'Donoghue's of Bagot Street, and reluctantly I agreed to go. So we got there, and we took a small table by the door. I was wedged in the middle. To the left of me, John Bosco, whose mating calls to Bunty consisted of foul flatulence, and to the right, me Bunty, whom deafened me with her hyena laugh, which was brought on by the volcanic eruptions emulating deep from within the bowels of John Bosco. Here, in their drunken state, I tried to explain my plans for the future and my love of poetry. Unashamedly, they burst out laughing, both declaring poetry was boring. My temper enraged, I recited The Lake of Innisfree by W.B. Yeats to show them poetry was beautiful and certainly not boring. They then insisted a corpse was better crack than W.B. while he was alive. By the bar, a man senior in years was halfway through his pint of plain. A drunken Bunty caught him looking over and somehow managed to ask him, does he like poetry? I suppose I do, says he. I like James Joyce, Alice Milligan, and of course Patrick Kavanagh. Patrick Kavanagh's a bag of misery, blurts John Bosco, which sets Bunty the hyena off again. Now at this stage we were getting dirty glares from those all around us. To lighten the tension, I proclaimed my love of the work of Patrick Kavanagh, and I requested that he would recite something for us. Oh, I don't know, says he. I suppose I could try Raglan Road, but I'm not very good at recitations and, well, I might not do his work justice. Says I, let the words dance off your tongue like the finest dancers with the Kilfenora Cayley band. Right, says he. He stands up, takes a drink of his pint and goes, Raglan Road by Patrick Kavanagh, and delivers the finest recitation ever delivered. He then finishes his pint, places his fedora hat on his head and walks out, carrying his jacket on his left arm. The barman storms over to our table, his bearded face a glowing red. Do you not know who that was? He bellows. No, says I. That was Patrick Kavanagh. John Bosco's jaw drops to the floor, which sets Bunty the hyena off once again, whom this time proceeds to knock her gin and my 3/4 full lemon barley onto the floor and all over my trousers. It was at this stage we were asked to leave and never come back. A little less than 3 months later, John Bosco and Bunty were married, and 6 months after that, Bunty gave birth. You shall draw your own conclusions as to what happened there. But to tonight, I shall recite for all the Buntys and John Boscos caged away in lockdown, whom eagerly await each other's company, Raglan Road by Patrick Kavanagh, and so forth. Raglan Road by Patrick Kavanagh. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I'm not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret signs that known to the artists who have known the true gods of sound and stone, and word and tint to without stint. I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly, my reason must allow that I had loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos, the clays he lose his wings at the dawn of day. And that completes tonight's recitation. Ihawa.